Are you getting levels at all? Okay. Nah, we might have to just put the headset straight into the camera because, or do you have the handheld? We might have to just go with the handheld because, yeah, this... Not enough power. How about now? Hello to anyone watching on the stream. This is a sound check before we get started for this NPLW match between Heidelberg United and South Melbourne. 1 2 1 2. AB, AB, have you got me? It's okay? Good afternoon and welcome to Olympic Village for this NPL Victoria women's match between Heidelberg United and South Melbourne. Very important for Heidelberg, this one. They are trying to prove a point and push up towards the top four in NPL Victoria women's, while South Melbourne will be hoping to avoid a potential banana skin today and just try to consolidate their form as one of the title contenders this season. The league has certainly balanced out a little bit, with FE Emerging dropping their last two games. And so as Alamein start to mount their challenge, we get to see if Heidelberg, having only lost narrowly to Alamein in the Cup during the week, can make a challenge of their own. Shabro Shan is today's referee. The captains are running into the middle. Ellie Torre for Heidelberg United and Natalie Martineau today for South Melbourne. And it leads us to the teams. Heidelberg with Melissa Maisels in goal, 3 Felicity Georgopoulos, 4 Danielle Wise, 5 Ellie Torre, 8 Ellen Turner, 10 Sydney Allen, 11 Keely Lockhart, 12 Bridie Suri, 15 Mia Tobias, 18 Bonnie Davies, and 32 Penny Bakopoulos. On the bench, Stephanie Pandazopoulos, Taylor Schneider, Catherine Vlahopoulos, Cleo Taliadoros, and Sofia Alvarenga. And for South Melbourne today, in goal, Melissa Barbieri, 2 Sophie Papatsanis, 3 Alex Cheel, 4 Jana Lawson, 5 Amy Medwin, 8 Sophia Sakalis, 9 Lucy Johnson, 10 Natalie Martineau, 14 Riona Amir, 16 Zoe Haraxis, and 23 is Melina Ayres. On the bench, Freya Crocker, Catherine Goff, Julia Budiongo, Chiara Hernopoulos, and Caitlin Pickett. Heidelberg in their home yellow kit with black shorts and yellow socks to attack the right of your screens. South Melbourne will attack the left of your screens in this first half on the new pitch, which looks sensational here at Olympic Village, and hopefully we get a game to match as we get underway and Heidelberg kick us off here in this very important game. It's a busy Saturday afternoon as well, with the rest of the league in action after Calder got us started with a 2-0 win against FV Emerging last night. We see Sophia Sakalis try to flick the ball on, and it's intercepted. Bonnie Davies, the Tasmanian, a recent acquisition by Heidelberg. And now we get to see Mia Tobias on the ball, the former Box Hill junior, playing it out to Keely Lockhart. Lockhart to Sydney Allen. And Allen is going to take a long shot to start off the game, and that one is easy pickings for Melissa Barbieri as she's able to hold on. Now, to the best of my knowledge, no clock and no scoreboard today, so don't worry. I'll keep you posted with updates on both. If you are in the comments, either on NPLW Victoria Facebook or if you're watching on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Sophia Sakalis turning the ball to Lucy Johnson, has 2 nominations for NPLW Goal of the Month, which is currently being voted on by the fans, reflecting her strong start to the season. Now Papatsanis. Riona Amir actually started the season with the Bulleen Lions and, funnily enough, scored against South Melbourne back in round 1, and now she finds herself wearing South Melbourne colours, being squeezed out due to the foreign player limits over at Bulleen, allocating their spots to Kayla Morrison and Gabby Garton instead. And so Amir pops up at South. Potential turnover could be dangerous here. Danielle Wise is going to take on Alex Cheel. Now Keely Lockhart helping out. Sydney Allen can't get to the ball initially. Haraxis. And now Lockhart loves to cut in. Keely Lockhart goes to ground, and the referee waves away the penalty shout. Heidelberg have certainly started as the aggressors here. And Wise, of course, top scorer in the league, is going to be the player they have to watch closest of anyone. Amy Medwin Turning onto her right foot, trying to drive it long and forward for Martineau, intercepted by Torre. Midfield battle ensues. Melina Ayres has a very good record of scoring goals against Heidelberg. Mind you, against just about every team in the NPLW, but Heidelberg in particular will have to be careful today. And of course, Melissa Maisels, the Heidelberg goalkeeper, was Ayres' teammate all summer at Melbourne Victory. So if there's a goalkeeper in this competition who will have a good idea what to do, if Melina Ayres ends up one-on-one, it'll most likely be Maisels. Chance here for Ellen Turner to consolidate on the ball. Now through the left side, Heidelberg trying to advance. Lockhart plays it central. Allen now popping it into the space for Wise to run onto. And Danielle Wise, on an acute angle, is unable to twist it back towards the target because it got a little block from Cheel and it's out for a corner. And I think South Melbourne can already sense the danger that Danielle Wise is going to pose to them here, the Heidelberg number 4. So in comes the corner, and it's headed out to no great effect. From the centre of defence, South Melbourne to Lucy Johnson, and now Sophia Sakalis. Able to step through one challenge in midfield from Felicity Georgopoulos. Johnson. Amy Medwin is going to chase this ball down on the left flank. And denied by Ellen Turner, so it goes behind for a corner kick, and South Melbourne now get a set piece of their own. Johnson with the corner and puts that one into the side netting. So coming to nothing there, that corner kick from Heidelberg United, from South Melbourne I should say. Heidelberg restart in defence. Penny Bukopoulos. And is trying to usher it out for a goal kick and is successful in doing so. It'll be a restart here at the top of the 6-yard box. Maisels shapes the body to hit the ball out to the right flank. And now Bonnie Davies is going to try and send Heidelberg into attack. Cindy Allen is making the most advanced run. Cheel with the intercept. Riona Amir, decision time for her. And telegraphed that pass out to Johnson, but Turner not able to get there before the touchline. So South Melbourne will restart with Medwin. Jono Clemente, the Heidelberg coach, shouting to his team, and they win the ball back. Lockhart trying to take on the South Melbourne defence single-handedly, though. Now a bit of support getting forward. Misdirected pass. Lockhart's going to try and make it work and prods it on. So Heidelberg continue to build. Davies, and now back to Mia Tobias. Shouts for handball. Referee not interested. And Medwin puts the ball behind for a corner. Cross from Davies, deflected behind. And Heidelberg again continue their bright start in this game. 7.5 minutes in. Melissa Barbieri shouting at her defence to set up to defend the corner kick. So Sydney Allen takes the corner. Right into the pack of players. Bacopoulos went up for the header and Davies stayed down and hooked that one into the fence behind the goal, harmlessly out for a goal kick. So restart from Barbieri. Papatsanis at right back for South. Molina Reyes working very deep. He's going to try and drive the ball forward. Intercepted by Eli Torre. Martineau knocks it back to Ayres. Sakalis tried to shimmy past Bacopoulos. Couldn't do so. Back to Martineau, and now Jana Lawson breaking from the right flank. We've not seen her involved in the game. This would be a great introduction for her. And then Ayres is denied by Melissa Maisels right on the goal line. Either side of the goalkeeper, and that was such a close tap in. It almost certainly would have been 1-0, but not to be. And Heidelberg will break away. Thankful that they haven't gone behind there. Sakalis, long ball, Martineau running from deep, has timed it perfectly. Maisels at the edge of the box, denies her once, can't deny her the second time, and South Melbourne do take the lead. Natalie Martineau with a clever run to make it 1-0 to South Melbourne. And even though Melissa Maisels came out and blocked the first shot, there was no blocking the second, and so South Melbourne take the lead, even though Heidelberg had perhaps started the brighter. They have been punished by a long ball over the top. So the goal coming in the 10th minute. And we wait to see what Heidelberg's response will be. Will South Melbourne be a bit more comfortable now that they have the advantage in this game? Zoe Haraxis at the centre of defence. Riona Amir. Out to Papatsanis. And physical challenge from Bonnie Davies on Zoe Haraxis. And even though there was a slight delay, Shabroshan eventually reached for the whistle. Melissa Barbieri definitely arguing from her position as goalkeeper that it should be a booking. And now Haraxis needs to be assessed here. He's just looking a little bit proppy with a sore right knee. Looks like she's going to be comfortable enough running it off. Now she stops again. The ball is live though, so sink or swim moment for Zoe Haraxis here. Looks as though she's going to be okay. Barbieri hits the ball long. Sydney Allen will intervene. Davies, the player who committed that foul just a moment ago. Back pass, dangerous. And Lucy Johnson spills it. Out for a Heidelberg throw at right back. Medwin's header, straight back out from where the ball came. Now Wise comes down to help out and take possession. Martineau takes over for South Melbourne though. Amir spinning out, looking to open up the field and then passes straight back into traffic. Sakalis closed down immediately. Tobias. That is a nice pass to set Lockhart away through the left side. Cheel getting across. Keely Lockhart is closed down And I suspect that Lockhart, in that situation, will have to cut onto her right side in order to fire a shot. And Cheel, maybe anticipating that, came over and knocked the ball out. Heidelberg still get the throw. Lockhart, this time, unable to control it, so it's out for a goal kick. So from defence, a short goal kick. Cheel playing it out to Papatsanis at right back. Papatsanis now, long ball. It undid Heidelberg last time. This time Bacopoulos is there to head it away. Lawson. Cheel and Lawson. South Melbourne now committing numbers forward. Danger here for the Burgers. Johnson is going to concede a little bit of ground. Sakalis keeps it moving. Lucy Johnson has Medwin out on the left. The two Tasmanians link up, but Medwin has straight offside. And so it'll be a Heidelberg restart, and Medwin perhaps getting caught out in a situation where she could look up at the entire defensive line, letting Heidelberg off the hook. It's a very slight wind at Olympic Village, and if you look at the flags, it's not favouring one end or another necessarily. Can be a bit of a wind tunnel at times, this ground, but mercifully not today. It's already quite a chilly day for the fans that have come in. About 100 the crowd. Bridie Sari plays it back to Bacopoulos. Had to be quick Maisels and steers the ball to Sydney Allen. So they've worked that well in the end, Heidelberg. And offside here against Wise, and looking over the shoulder of the assistant referee, I think he got that spot on. Wise just stealing a step ahead of the South Melbourne defence. Tight call, but looks like a good call. So Medwin with the quick restart for South Melbourne. And is going to go on a run. Cuts it to Johnson. And Johnson to Ayres. And Melina Ayres shook the attention of Wise, but not able to get past Georgopoulos. And Bacopoulos hits it straight to Papatsanis. And now Haraxis, who appears to have run off the knock to the knee from earlier. Sakalis can turn and feed the ball to Papatsanis. Wants Jana Lawson over on the right side. Lawson's going to backtrack though. Martineau, the goal scorer, to Sakalis. Referee has to take evasive action as Johnson comes through, and it's back out to the right. Lawson in space this time, losing the attention to the defence, and a free cross into the box. Picks out a Heidelberg shirt, and Bacopoulos clears it away. And now right from the byline. It's not the greatest touch from Lawson, but it did find its intended target in Martineau with a little glance off Allen on the way. And now the attempted cross from Martineau goes out for a South throw. So South Melbourne starting to take over general play here with the added bonus of being in the lead. So the ball tumbles into the box, and Bacopoulos will deal with that. Lockhart with it all to do here. Is able to run Cheel under the ball though, and now she can break in the other direction. Keely Lockhart. Davies is straight offside. She has to check her run, and meant that Lockhart didn't have anyone to pass to. Eventually South Melbourne numbers came across and were able to win the ball away. When they break into space, Heidelberg, they do look promising, but they need to start turning it into actual shots on goal to test Melissa Barbieri here. Lockhart twisting and turning against Papatsanis, who wins the little duel. Now Papatsanis out into space. Johnson will get there first. Shouts from Samuel Young on the South Melbourne bench. The referee heeds the call for a foul. So Riona Amia can feed it into Sakalis, who's drifted into the pocket and now sets Lawson a task, and that one is a little overhit. And so Maisels is out to take possession. Ellie Torre gives it away. Last play they want to see with the ball to Melina Ayres. Sakalis is going to let up from distance, and that one is comfortable enough for Melissa Maisels, but she won't be happy with how the defence coughed up the ball there. Ayres herself a great exponent of the long shot, but opted to send it sideways to Sakalis on that occasion. Tobias. And Keely Lockhart now turning as expected onto that right foot. Davies, support coming in the form of Ellen Turner. Now back to Bonnie Davies, edge of the box. And even though she outran Haraxis, did so at the expense of keeping possession. And so it is a goal kick. Loose touch from Medwin, presented the ball to Mia Tobias, but then knocked straight back out for another throw. Ayres, back to Amir. Riona Amir, Sakalis against Allen. Is able to pass her and past Tobias as well. Johnson is going to clip the ball into the box, and Sakalis continued her run, but not able to accelerate onto it in the end. Maisels throws it out to Mia Tobias, who's immediately caught in possession by Natalie Martineau. Georgopoulos hits it long. Now Mia Tobias, couple of headers in a row for Medwin. As the ball breaks central, Sydney Allen sent Lucy Johnson rolling out of the way, but her pass is misdirected and intercepted by Papatsanis, only to lose it out to Keely Lockhart. So Heidelberg remain on the attack. Lockhart turns back inboard, sees Georgopoulos. Oh, and that's a needless giveaway of possession. Heidelberg will get it back through Bakopoulos. Georgopoulos looking for a better pass here, and a bit too difficult to control. Is it third time lucky? It's not. South Melbourne come away with the ball. Early pass from Sakalis for Melina Ayres to run onto. And now Ellen Turner trying to cover. Has Ellie Torre there in support. Ayres dancing on the ball, but being corralled, being slowed down. So she knocks it back to Sakalis with the drive. And that one bent off the instep all the way across the face of goal, eventually finding its way out for a goal kick right down next to the corner flag. And even though it was looking very dangerous when Melina Ayres took possession, credit to the Heidelberg defence, finding a way to slow her down. So goal kick for Maisels. Sakalis. And that pass straight back into the hands of the goalkeeper. I understand that you might have sound, but we've lost picture here, so I might do this radio-style commentary for the moment, and then when the picture's restored, I'll talk a lot less. I've got to throw in on the left side, right on halfway for Medwin, and she's throwing it back to Zoe Haraxis. And inside the centre circle, Riona Amir takes possession and deflects it over to Alex Cheel. Still in the defensive half, and then Cheel's pass, under a bit of pressure, puts it out for a throw on halfway. So throw in from left back by Bridie Suri, and here is Sydney Allen chipping it over the top into the path of Bonnie Davies, and Barbieri is out of her line to hold on to the ball. Right at the edge of the box. Barbieri bounces back up, and as picture is restored, I will stop doing this like it's radio and go back to letting the pictures do the talking. Thank you to everyone in the comments who brought that to our attention, though, on the stream. Here's Lawson. edge of the box. Bit of a scrap and scramble of legs. Heidelberg subs warming up, trying to argue their case that it was a goal kick, but Shabroshan points to the corner, and so South Melbourne through Sophia Sakalis will try to swing the ball in. And yes, we don't have a scoreboard or a clock today, so 23 minutes in, and Natalie Martineau's goal in the 10th minute is the only goal of the game so far, with South Melbourne leading 1-0. Short corner. Riona Amir, top corner of the box, floating it onto the head of Medwin, and it's an up and under, which Martineau has volleyed into the side netting, but it may already have crossed the line. It's not a header that Medwin will be too happy with. Decent chance to double South Melbourne's lead there. Goes begging. South Melbourne trying to press up and trap Heidelberg in their defensive half, and indeed they do. Lawson taking possession, central to Martineau, knocks it back to Sakalis. Well worked move. Johnson can't cap it off, and Maisels makes the save. Second time ball into the box from Martineau, and now Ellie Torre taking no risks, just kicks for territory and finds the safety of the touchline. But credit to Maisels, because that was a good save, and it would have been a wonderful team goal from South Melbourne had Johnson been able to knock it in. Diagonal ball intercepted by Sarit. Papatsanis, Sakalis, and at the byline, it this time is too tough an ask for Lawson to chase it down, and so it is going to be a goal kick. But the game is very much taking place on South Melbourne's terms now. Heidelberg may have had the better of the first 10 minutes, but South Melbourne scoring with a long ball over the top, perhaps swung the pendulum firmly back their way. And now they look more likely for a second goal than Heidelberg do to snare an equaliser as the way things are going. It's not to underestimate that every now and then the sun breaks out from behind a cloud, so Melissa Maisels has to deal with that as well. Not wearing a cap. Sydney Allen. Heidelberg working the left flank. Bridie Siri getting forward. And running into space is Davies. First time we've seen her roam over to the left side as well. And Alex Cheel is ushering the ball back towards the byline. And the referee says under a bit too much pressure from Davies. Foul given. And a restart inside the penalty area for South Melbourne. Long ball diagonal across the field from Bacopoulos. Ellen Turner running straight into Medwin's challenge, and clash of legs. Ball deflects away. Medwin is going to run onto it in space. Melina Ayres. It's amazing how the pitch just opened up there. A few gaps to exploit. Now Heidelberg start to get back in numbers, and they're able to protect the defence. Tobias winning the ball in midfield. Lockhart, I suspect, gave herself up there offside, and so Lucy Johnson wheels back around and plays it to Barbieri. Amir, in the absence of Candela Ferreira-Bass and Akisha Sandhu, both out injured. Riona Amir, her signing has taken on immediate importance for South in that midfield. Here goes Papatsanis, just drifting forward. Doesn't see a pass that she likes, goes back to Amir. And now Medwin called into action and had to be careful that Lockhart was sneaking up. Looks as though Heidelberg have changed their wingers, so Davies has gone over to the left and Keely Lockhart to the right. Jono Clemente, the coach, perhaps ringing that change. Here's Sakalis, doing very well, just drifting into the pocket. Sakalis and buying a lot of time to try and play the right pass. Georgopoulos intercepts this one. Now Papatsanis coming back the other way. Sakalis again. Rolls it out to Lawson. And Sakalis at the near post. Can't get any power behind the shot. And Lawson getting free rein down that right side. It's going to end up being a disaster for Heidelberg if they can't get a bit more coverage on her over there at the moment. It's Penny Bacopoulos' flank over there at left back, and Bridie Siri as well. Ayres just loads up and goes for glory and didn't hit that one particularly well, scuffing it out for a goal kick. Can't quite catch exactly what Jono Clemente shouted across the pitch there, but it was something about his midfield providing cover. So the good news is we've got a score graphic up. It just happens to be wrong. So bear with us, but I can tell you it's South Melbourne leading 1-0. And by my watch, we are now up to the 29th minute in the first half. Here's Wise winning the ball away from Haraxis. This is a chance for Heidelberg. Wise on her left and puts it across the face. And so Heidelberg have had some opportunities on the break, a few little gifts from South Melbourne, but Wise can't capitalise. And was running solo into the penalty area there. Didn't really have much by way of support, but again, South on notice that Heidelberg do pose a threat. What South don't want to do is let the balance of the game swing back in Heidelberg's favour. Right now they are controlling possession and territory. Heidelberg limited to little fast breaks like that. Ayres, attempted through ball. Oh, it's been missed, and Johnson can take possession, and with a deflected shot, maybe a little hurried there. Ellen Turner recovered to get a little block on it. I wonder if Johnson could have kept advancing. It's not a good throw by Maisels, but a defence will bail her out here. Torre back to Maisels, and now takes a poor pass as well. Heidelberg, their own worst enemy here. Are South going to capitalise on a few little donations? They are not. But gee, 3 times in a row there, Heidelberg just inviting South Melbourne on, and they haven't shown a killer instinct there to capitalise. Jono Clemente not happy as again the distribution is no good. Melina Ayres this time turns onto her left, lifting a scooped shot. And again, the shooting technique just needs a little bit of tweaking in the run here from Melina Ayres, because that's a couple of attempts that I don't think she'd be thrilled with. We know that when she flushes one, it's just about perfect, but hasn't been able to get it quite right as yet. And Heidelberg this time taking no risks, sending it long up the pitch. Wise, and now Tobias. This is Mia Tobias drifting out to the right flank, looking into the sun against Amy Medwin, trying to outfox her, but Medwin having none of it, and eventually Medwin got to the ball, only for Sydney Allen to come in and help out. And this time Riona Amir is able to nick it off her toes. Just a reminder that the scoreboard is incorrect. It is actually 1-0 to South Melbourne, not to Heidelberg. Stay with us. It is automated software, so hopefully we'll fix that up for you. And I say we, it's out of my control, but stay with us. But yes, it's 1-0 to South at present, not 1-0 to Heidelberg. Here is Ayres with the step overs, trying to make it 2-0, and off the head of Lawson, could not get any direction on the ball. It's a couple of headers that South Melbourne have had that they haven't been able to capitalise on. Bacopoulos. Oh, Martineau missed the ball, got plenty of Bridie Siri. Play continues. Chabroshan just letting it slide for now. Papatsanis out to the right flank. Lawson takes possession, cuts it back inboard to Johnson. Players lining up in the box. Melina Ayres flicks the header on and makes it 2-0 for South Melbourne. Pretty simple goal in its construction, and Melina Ayres is able to double South Melbourne's lead. Ignore the scoreboard if you are watching. It is in fact Heidelberg 0, South Melbourne 2. And that goal coming in the 33rd minute. So Heidelberg left to rue the half chances that they've had in this first half, and South Melbourne, after passing up a couple of opportunities, have made them pay here and doubled their lead. Kickoff's going to have to be retaken here. South Melbourne, if they continue the way they're going, they might be able to put themselves out of reach before half-time here. Heidelberg have got to batten down the hatches a bit. They can't keep giving up opportunities. Medwin. And now Ayres, caught in possession. Sydney Allen is going to drift it out to the left side. Davies. Bonnie Davies cutting in, and very well read by Cheel. Clean take of possession off the foot of the winger. And now giveaway. Davies can't capitalise though. Cheel holds her off the ball. Martineau. And Melina Ayres. South owning possession at the moment. Heidelberg starved of opportunities here to try and cut into this 2-0 deficit. Medwin. And sliding a pass, which is intercepted by Ellie Torre. Has to be careful with Martineau advancing from behind, though. And now Lockhart. Keely Lockhart trying to take on Medwin, and Medwin physical defending. Lockhart went and barged through her, but no progress. Not sure the winger switch has necessarily worked. It's taken Keely Lockhart out of the game a bit. See if she can spark back to life right here. Flicks it over Medwin, can't get past Haraxis. And so it will be a Heidelberg throw as they edge further down the pitch. Davies, supported by Turner, lifting across into the box, but there's no one home. And Melissa Barbieri with the most comfortable take in order to steady here. We've ticked up to the 36-minute mark here in the first half. South Melbourne enjoying a 2-0 advantage. Heidelberg can score one. It will give them plenty of belief, though. I suspect that they just need to find their own radar when they attack. There could be more goals on the way, so it certainly wouldn't disadvantage South if they get into a shootout today. Heidelberg played midweek. They lost 1-0 to Alamein on Tuesday, and word out of that game was they actually were quite wasteful with their chances, and Alamein, one source within the club, even told me they were lucky to go through. Happy to win, but lucky to go through in the cup. And now possession taken away by Ayres, a grab of the shirt. It matters not, it's 3. And Melina Ayres has got a quick-fire double. South Melbourne totally in control of the game now. And Ayres has scored twice in 4 minutes to rip this one out of Heidelberg's grasp in any sense of the word. It's 3-0, and it's South Melbourne starting to disappear off into the distance. And certainly coming here today as a neutral with some hope that Heidelberg might take it up to South today and show us their top 4 credentials. Sadly, we have not had that reflected by the game so far. And I say that as a neutral. South Melbourne fans, of course, will be delighted to be 3-0 up and in such a commanding position. Bacopoulos. Well, handball here. Heidelberg, their own worst enemies at the moment. some of the passing out of their defensive third has been just of a level that is going to create chances for your opponent, and they then haven't been able to defend against those chances. This time Bacopoulos just drives it out onto the hill. Of course, if Olympic Village looks a little bit different, they relayed and levelled the pitch in the off-season. Still plenty to come with the redevelopment though. While the new car park is great, there's a new synthetic pitch. Main pitch itself, fantastic for the players. It's still not the friendliest venue for spectators, so the next stage in the redevelopment will be exciting. By the time Heidelberg have their new grandstand up and running, this will probably lay claim to being one of the better venues in the NPL, probably very capable of hosting W League, who knows, maybe even the odd A-League fixture if a team is desperate. Of course, we know this venue has a great history in the FFA Cup. So we see Lawson, South Melbourne have got a taste for goals. Is there another one coming here? And Johnson is going to meet the cross. Heidelberg not off the hook just yet. Lucy Johnson cuts it to Sakalis. They've got to be careful against the tricky Sakalis in the penalty area. And she's corralled and sent back. Riona Amir, numbers piling forward for South. Medwin takes the shot, and it was always rising over the bar. But again, that sums up South Melbourne playing with confidence now and sensing every time they go forward they're a decent chance to score this afternoon. I'm not sure drastic changes are needed for Heidelberg. It really is more a question of concentration and execution here that has let them down today. Lockhart wins another corner. Looking at their bench, Stephanie Panizopoulos, Taylor Schneider, Catherine Vlahopoulos, Cleo Taliodoros and Sophia Alvarenga. I think it's a case that if Heidelberg take their chances shooting, make better decisions passing out from the back, they could quite easily have avoided all three of the goals they've conceded and created some of their own. The problem is 3-0 is a massive hole to try and get out of, and picking back one goal here would certainly give them some belief. High into a pack of players. First header is Bacopoulos. It slides on, and Medwin with the left foot slices it out for another corner. South Melbourne dealing with that set piece eventually. So take two for Sydney Allen. Heidelberg with plenty of numbers forward, plenty of tall players in their team as well. And again, they get first header, and it's in! Wise has pegged the goal back. And so the league's top marks has managed to find the back of the net, and Heidelberg do have a bit of hope here as it's back to 3-1. Good corner from Allen and met very solidly. And so Heidelberg United back in business here at Olympic Village. They needed a goal before the half-time break, and they've been able to find it. South Melbourne will kick off on notice that while they had been able to open up a 3-0 lead, this game is by no means a formality. They'd love to score again and reassert their authority on the contest, but Bridie Siri on this occasion is able to win possession away. Martineau over the head of Ayres, who's on a hat-trick, let's not forget. And cleared away by Turner. Lockhart can't keep possession though. And that shot goes over the bar. Melissa Maisels waving it over the post. Well, looking back at the replay, if anything, Heidelberg did well not to get in each other's way. It was both Pacopoulos and Wise right at the ball, and fairly certain Wise got the decisive touch. But in any case, South Melbourne's marking broke down, and it allowed a couple of Heidelberg players the opportunity to try to steer in a header. Papatsanis. Martineau. Out to Ayres. And Melina Ayres with a little step over. And then the pass. At the top of the box, it's cleared by Torre. Medwin trying to send it back into danger, but a lot of yellow shirts get in her road. And then Medwin challenging, but loses out to Turner. And so now Ellen Turner can come away for Heidelberg. Is there a big twist in the tail here before half-time? Can Heidelberg get it back to 3-2? If they do, pretty much anything's possible in the second half. So we've ticked into the last minute of regulation here. Fourth official will be holding up the board soon. 3-1 is the score. Heidelberg yet to be credited with it on the scoreboard here. And now they go into the penalty area again, but that is over the head of Keely Lockhart and will run through the box. Fourth official is Ali Manjan today, and she's holding up one additional minute to end the first half, in which we have had 4 goals and plenty of action and the promise of many more. And who knows, there might yet be time for South Melbourne to add another here. Sakalis, Amir, Johnson's going to hit it first time, and Torre got her body in the road. Now Riona Amir, dispossessed by Siri. Lawson, able to cut past one defender. Jenna Lawson will look up at the 6-yard box and tried to beat Maisels at the near post. And the goalkeeper's done well there to keep it out. And now Heidelberg trying to counter. Davies firmly hit past, too much on it. And Melissa Barbieri will have a easy take, even though Wise is going to run down and insist that she pick it up. And so that will take us to the end of the one allocated minute of stoppage at the end of the first half. And indeed it is half-time, so apologies for the scoreboard at times in this first half, both the clock and the score, but that is half-time, and the score is Heidelberg United 1, South Melbourne 3. Stay with us through the half-time break and we'll have live action for you coming up in just under 15 minutes. Welcome back to Live Pictures here from Olympic Village, where at halftime, South Melbourne 3 lead Heidelberg United 1. Heidelberg did peg 1 goal back at the 42-minute mark through Danielle Wise, having gone 3-0 down to goals from Martineau and then a double to Melina Ayres. Looks as though Heidelberg are going to make one substitution here to start the second half, and it's going to be Taylor Schneider, who has quite a significant knee brace on her right knee, is coming into the game. Fourth official isn't lifting up the board for us, so by process of elimination, I suspect it is Mia Tobias who has been subbed off. At least doing a quick head check of who's out there. It appears to be the player who hasn't returned here for the second half. South Melbourne unchanged from the team that has put them in a commanding but by no means match-winning position as we get back underway here in the second half of this NPLW Victoria contest. And the burning question is, how much of a contest will it become as the afternoon wears on? Heidelberg straight away trying to press. Wise took possession but couldn't keep it. And you see the sun is back out from behind the cloud. So no hat for Melissa Barbieri, but already Alex Cheel and other players shielding their eyes here as they look towards the club room's end. First touch off the bench for Schneider. Be interesting to see how she moves with that brace on her knee. Of course, went up to Queensland during the COVID cancelled season in Victoria, so she would have played a bit more football than some coming into this winter. Possession taken now by Felicity Georgopoulos. Loose touch from Bonnie Davies, and Sydney Allen able to keep it moving in midfield. Ellen Turner out to Keely Lockhart, who's returned to the right flank in this second half, having started the game on the left, and then her and Davies did the switch at about the half-hour mark. John O'Clemente shouting instructions from the sideline. South Melbourne did a lot of their attacking down the left in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues now in the second, or if they can continue to exploit the space that Jana Lawson has been given at times. Quite extensive space as well in that first half by some standoff Heidelberg defending. They're on attack right now, but Alex Cheel is able to intercept and slides it to Medwin. Back to Cheel, shielding her eyes again. Now Zoe Haraxis caught in possession, and Barbieri saves the day and may have got a boot in the face for her trouble. No, I think she's sore, but she's not completely out of commission here, grasping onto the ball. Danielle Wise, I think, leant over to apologise, but, well, that was much-needed keeping there from Melissa Barbieri. You can see she's not happy with how she got collected. She's definitely hurting. But, gee, it was a good save, a very important save, and she waves the trainer away. And so the seasoned pro, that is Melissa Barbieri, sore, but definitely able to continue in the game. And South Melbourne have to be careful. If Wise scores there, they've got the entire second half to go about trying to peg back the third goal. This one is far from in the books at the moment, and Heidelberg are giving a good account of themselves here. Davies will get to the byline and keep it in. No, she won't. The assistant referee is flagging from over on the opposite side. And I think one of the benefits of this new pitch is the lines absolutely explode off the surface as well. So definitely in terms of the aesthetic, it is one of the nicest looking fields in NPL Victoria. Suri. And now Davies Oh, a slip from Lockhart allows Papatsanis to come in and take the ball. Martineau keeps it moving. Now it's South Melbourne's turn to counter. Sakalis has the runner breaking in Lawson and will use her now. Johnson in the box. Melina Ayres is making a move and right to the edge of the 6-yard area. It's cleared away by Penny Bukopoulos. Long throw. Martineau knocks it down. Johnson and Ayres off the crossbar. Nearly the hat-trick and nearly the 3-goal buffer restored for Melina Ayres. It's going to be a corner kick. Caught the top of the crossbar, so not like it was agonisingly close. Just a near miss and a let-off for the home team. Corner driven low. Riona Amir swings it onto the head of Georgopoulos. Johnson left-footed strike and Maisels saw it off the boot, able to get down and make the save. Lucy Johnson has scored goals with both her right and her left this season. In fact, I mentioned in the first half she's nominated for 2 goals for goal of the month, one with the right foot, one with the left. So good save by Maisels to deny her there. Amir. Bit of tension stepping up in the game. Pace of the match has gone up a bit as well. Straight out of the rooms at the start of the second half as Ayres drifting a ball. Torre heads it down. Taylor Schneider. It's not a convincing clearance by any means. It's going to tumble backwards and go out for a South Melbourne throw. So players have made their way over to the left. Bit of time taken to bring this ball back live. Johnson is going to backtrack significantly and give the ball away. Cheel eventually intercepts. Now Torre off the shoulder. Amir gliding it out to the right. Lawson is there. We'll look up and see only Martineau in the box, so has to stop and prop and wait for support to arrive. Ayres is denied with a deflection and a good save. And that's the save of the day so far by Melissa Maisels to deny Melina Ayres. Good body position adjustment there from Maisels to get behind the shot and then turn it out for a corner kick. Heidelberg, you'd have to say they're holding on to their 3-1 deficit at the moment, trying to stop South Melbourne breaking away. Could have been so different if Wise had scored that chance right at the start of the half. Ayres seems determined to leave a stamp on this one, but can't keep possession here. Medwin, nice touch to hit the byline, and Ellen Turner there with her every step of the way. Behind it goes for a corner. And so Sakalis to take the corner. We'll look up at a big pack of players congregated in the box and slides to the top of the area where Sydney Allen gets the clearance. Amir back out to Sakalis, and Sakalis fancies a shot of her own and puts it just wide. Close, but not quite for Sophia Sakalis. And South Melbourne continue to press for a fourth. Wise can't link up with Siri here. Lawson was quick to turn and send the ball positive once again. Martineau Sakalis able to keep possession. And now Johnson, edge of the box. Lots of defenders in the way. And Georgopoulos got the block. Martineau, now Ayres. Can't pull off the step around there. Eli Torre got in the right position to defend it. And Heidelberg, can they at least get out of their defence and get some breathing space? That's what Keely Lockhart is going to do with a promising run here. Davies breaking ahead of the ball. Davies, first touch a good one. Second touch not so much. Goal kick. Here, Jono Clemente shouting from the bench to press up here. Heidelberg won't want to go straight back into the defensive holding pattern that South Melbourne had them trapped in. They'd love to press up and cause South a few headaches of their own. Amir being followed by Sydney Allen, and then Martineau with a bit more space to move. And Martineau to Johnson. Lucy Johnson out to the left, where Medwin will get caught offside. So second time in the game that Medwin has been trapped offside out on that left wing. And then under a bit of pressure, Maisels just has to kick. Turner made it work. Medwin on the right side this time. Back into the airspace of Pacopoulos. Not a convincing clearance. Ayres scuffed that one. And now Daniel Wise slides the pass to Sydney Allen. Allen, the long ball over the top, and that one's got too much on it. Easy pickings for Barbieri. And there are some keepers in this league that might work against. Melissa Barbieri is not one of them. Georgopoulos. Bit of a battle for possession. Cheel using the body very well. Amir. Haraxis. Back to Barbieri. Schneider. Intercepted by Martineau. Johnson back to Martineau. Nice little 1-2 between the pair. Martineau first time ball sliding on. Maisels had to go because Jana Lawson was coming in unmarked from the right. Couldn't get there in time. Tempo remains high. You wonder when players might start to burn out here if we keep going like this. That pass from Siri, unable to meet its target in Davies, but a loose touch from Amir is going to give Heidelberg another shot. Cheel. Ball finds its way out over on the right side now. Lockhart turning past Medwin and able to get into a channel to run. Medwin coming back, making it a contest and winning the goal kick. Doing very well. And the sun is just ducked back behind a cloud again, so South players won't have to shield their eyes when they're defending. Eventually the goal kick. And Bridie Siri has come off worse for wear after winning that header. Able to continue in the game though, which is good news. Georgopoulos. Sydney Allen in a battle with Amir, wins out to the right side. Turner. And now Johnson, a long ball. Swept upon by Lawson. Papatsanis. Oh, attempted scissor kick from Ayres. The ball never arrived. Fresh air swing. Sakalis plays it back to Amir. And Riona Amir is going to bounce it into the arms of Maisels. Allen. Now Amir. Johnson. Torre able to win a little duel against Medwin. And now plays it out towards Lockhart. So no Medwin to deal with, but Haraxa sticks to her task and then goes to ground. So Lockhart, a brief window of opportunity, and she wins a corner with a deflection off Lucy Johnson. And so the corner is set. Heidelberg still very much in this. Can they score here? Set up a big finish. In comes the ball. The header from Bacopoulos is well wide of the target and out for a goal kick. Again, Barbieri takes plenty of time over the restart. It now drives it up the centre. Sakalis with the flick header on. Johnson being corralled by Allen. Looks like Heidelberg are getting their second sub of the game ready. And it's going to be a former South Melbourne junior, Catherine Vlahopoulos, who is going to come on here. And Keely Lockhart's afternoon comes to an end. And so Vlahopoulos comes on. And so like for like on the right wing for Heidelberg. Medwin. Lawson gets to the ball. Steadying now. Lawson cutting in. Doesn't want to take the shot though. Amir. Sakalis. Scoops it on. Ayres. Into traffic. And not a convincing clearance. So Sakalis gets another chance. And eventually the ball spills. Sakalis went to ground, but referee not interested. And so the ball is cleared not very well. Martineau's going to try and return it with interest right here. Loading up across. Sakalis' header! And it goes wide. Well, Heidelberg, again, a bit like the first half, dicing with danger, giving possession away and inviting South Melbourne on. And they get away with that one again. Siri. Nice move to lose Papatsanis initially, but the defender recovered. Schneider. Oh, a slip from Allen means Riona Amir takes an uncontested possession and out to the right. Lawson onside. Schneider trying to track back with her. Jana Lawson into the box she goes. Teeing up Martineau and off the head of Bacopoulos. Ayres now on the turn, and that snapshot not able to trouble the goalkeeper, but the deflection still means it's out for a corner. And again, it starts to feel like South Melbourne are closing in on the goal that will put them out of reach of Heidelberg here. Interestingly, Danielle Wise not back defending. She's almost at the halfway line, hoping her teammates can send her a long ball. In the meantime, Papatsanis and Heidelberg get it out of the defensive penalty area. Allen drawing Wise back into the play. Sakalis shuffles it on, but no blue shirt there to follow up. Georgopoulos to Siri. Now Sydney Allen. She'll look up and open the field and sees Ellie Torre, and Ellen Turner couldn't get there. Ayres turning and intercepted initially by Georgopoulos. Volleyed on again. Lawson, well, maybe a little bit too concerned about whether or not she was onside. Just couldn't break after the ball. Down the right side, Turner straight out for a Heidelberg throw. Wise. Ayres. Martineau. Zoe Haraxis. And Martineau, under hit pass. Although Turner can't seize on it. Martineau. Rihanna Ramir can't keep the ball. Wise. Cheel. Lucy Johnson is going to shoot from distance, and Maisel's backtracking makes a comfortable catch out of that one. And the game has slowed down a little from what was a very busy first 10 minutes of the second half, but by no means is it petering out here. Heidelberg still very much playing like a team that knows that they're one goal away from setting up a nervous finish here for South, who themselves had gone 3-0 up in this game. Back to Barbieri here, who is a cool customer, and clears that only as far as Siri. Papatsanis and Davies able to control the ball initially, but then has her pocket picked by the backtracking Lawson. And all the way back to Maisels goes the pass. And the sun, I apologise to our viewers, is now a factor for our cameras here as we look into it ourselves. Ayres winning possession back is going to lay it to a flat-footed Johnson, and then a missed interception from Bacopoulos. Johnson from distance again, and this one hits the crossbar closer than her last effort, but still not the goal that South Melbourne are seeking. Papatsanis. Clock continues to tick away up to 68 minutes now. You wonder if there might be more subs on the way. It doesn't look like either team is too concerned. Both benches currently seated, wearing their tracksuits rather than warming up, so the 11s out on the pitch appear to be the ones they're happy with for now, both teams. Torre given away. Amir back to Ayres. And now Medwin charging through. It's Amy Medwin through the left side of the box, cutting it back. Here's Lucy Johnson, and Maisels makes a good stop to deny it. Palming it over the crossbar, and Lucy Johnson had her pick of the net, but shot it straight at the keeper instead. So South Melbourne with the corner. Sakalis with the corner kick. And that one is going to drift and break the wrong way as far as South Melbourne are concerned and land on the roof of the net. There we go. We are going to see a sub. So even though they weren't warming up too many, there is one that they're going to back. And that is Kat Goff, who's going to come on. And Sophia Sakalis will make way here. It's had a pretty productive day in an attacking midfield role. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, it's Caitlin Pickett, in fact, who is coming on. Apologies. Not Kat Goff. So Pickett will go into the centre forward position. And it looks as though Melina Ayres is going to drop back into more of an attacking midfielder role. So Pickett immediately trying to defend from the front. Lawson. Jana Lawson trying to break. Interception by Schneider. Davies. Amir. Bakopoulos. Bridie Siri. Ooh, tight call. And the assistant referee said that it went beyond the line. To the naked eye here, looking into the sun, hard to tell. Heidelberg clearly not happy with the decision. Pickett. And now Lawson. Ayres in behind. Melina Ayres. Oh, denied. Corner kick. Maisels again. And it is a little bit curious how Melina Ayres managed to get so free through on goal on that occasion. But Maisels has denied her once more. Looking at the replay, I don't think there was any question of offside. I think she just took a really good touch to open up the pitch. Ellie Torre was the player playing her on, at least looking at the replay on the stream. Here's the corner. And Pickett is up. Schneider and Caitlin Pickett illegally climbing over her defender there to rise to the ball. So we've gone beyond 70 minutes. We're into the last 20 of regulation now with the score unchanged since half-time. South Melbourne still enjoying this 3-1 lead. Torre given away to Martineau. Crashes back in. Able to effect the pass. Bakopoulos. And nice touch from Wise, who's trying to slide through. Vlahopoulos here. Flag stays down. It's Catherine Vlahopoulos. Doesn't take the shot. Tried to square it to Davies. And now Wise follows up. Denied by Papatsanis. And the referee waves away the shouts for handball. Oh, Vlahopoulos. Big decision. Had to hit it first time. Decided to try and square it instead. Heidelberg still on the attack though. Sydney Allen. And stooping into the header is Cheel. Ayres gets it away with a good long ball. Pickett is onside. Caitlin Pickett one-on-one against Maisels. And a loose touch allowed Melissa Maisels to dive down and take it off her feet. Chances at both ends. And now Bakopoulos. Can Heidelberg strike here with the game going end to end? Momentum in the contest slinging back and forth, and it's cleared away by Haraxis for a throw. Lucy Johnson. Oh, intercepted by Schneider. Wise back to Schneider. And Vlahopoulos, again, flag stays down. Good run from Vlahopoulos. Squaring it this time. Wise, it's 3-2. And Danielle Wise's second of the game is going to set up the big finish after all. Heidelberg 2, South Melbourne 3. And you have to credit Catherine Vlahopoulos, 2 excellently timed runs to get in behind this South Melbourne defence. And on this occasion, passing was the right thing to do. And in the 74th minute, we find ourselves at 3-2. And Heidelberg are trying to come back from 3-0 down. South Melbourne had them in a vice for so much of this second half, but weren't able to score the fourth goal. Schneider. High ball, and the diminutive Vlahopoulos will bring it under her control. And Wise. The cutback's on here. Oh, intercepted by Cheel. Medwin. Bacopoulos. Pickett. And now Johnson. Attempted ball over to the right. Siri wins the header initially and then loses out to Lawson, who lashes a volley high and wide and is unable to steer it anywhere near the goal. Just an update for you. The score is 3-2. The scoreboard has not given Heidelberg their second goal yet. It is 3-2, not 3-1. And apologies again for the sun just coming across the pitch into our camera position at the moment, affecting the picture when we look to the right of screen. So we see Wise knocking the ball on here, and Davies can't go with it. Cheel is there. Schneider. Goal kick for South Melbourne. Oh, Haraxis maybe wasn't expecting the goal kick there, so had to accelerate to the ball. Medwin clips it on, so all's well that ends well. South Melbourne get out of defence, and now they try to go into attack. Pickett is in again, one-on-one. Can she get it right this time? Caitlin Pickett, denied by Maisels again. Is it third time lucky? Denied on the line. And Penny Bacopoulos got back to save the day and denied Caitlin Pickett. Lawson, South Melbourne stay on the attack. Jenna Lawson looking for the cutback, and it's over the bar. Johnson could not keep it down. Chances galore for South Melbourne, and Caitlin Pickett really should have restored the 2-goal buffer there. So the sun coming across the ground is proving a headache for quite a few, including the fans, who are starting to get up out of their seats and actually move to a better vantage point. Can't blame them here, as when South Melbourne attack to the right of screen, we're having our issues too. Apologies for that. And now Heidelberg going back the other way. Big let off just a moment ago. Good goalkeeping from Melissa Maisels. She's put together a very good personal highlight reel in this game alone. The Melbourne victory number 2, who has been a W League number 1 at various times during her career. Canberra and Perth. Sydney Allen. And now Wise, caught in possession by Cheel, but Allen, and Davies gave herself up there. She was standing offside. Barbieri goes for distance. Solid header by Schneider. Davies straight to Cheel. Cheel down the right side. Bacopoulos. Now Bridie Siri. Schneider. Cheel. Bonnie Davies. Heidelberg starting to spend a lot more time on the ball. Georgopoulos. Oh, that's the commentator's curse, because that gives possession away down in the corner. Cheel down the line. Lawson has come deep to help out. Papatsanis. And now Ayres. She gives possession away. Sydney Allen. Davies back to Allen. And Allen can't keep the ball. But Ayres sold Medwin into a bit of trouble, and Medwin is able to keep the ball. Nice little sidestep to dodge the attention of Turner. Martineau, long ball, Lawson, and able to break off Bridie Siri. Lawson. Jenna Lawson cuts it in. Johnson on the turn, and that one just picked out the arms of Melissa Maisels. Heidelberg trying to keep the tempo high. Siri. Schneider kept it moving over the head of Allen, over the head of Cheel. And Haraxis able to squeeze it to Pickett. Amir. This is Riona Amir hitting a long ball to no one in particular. And that will roll down to Melissa Maisels. So the clock starting to become a factor as well, as we have ticked beyond 80 minutes now. Heidelberg trying to come back from 3-0 down. South Melbourne trying to close out the win here. Long ball over the top. Vlahopoulos, clever, into the path of Davies, and handball is the decision against Bonnie Davies. So South Melbourne will restart. Barbieri then. Long ball. Bakopoulos. Header. Deflected back to her feet. Now hits the long pass, hoping for Wise behind Papatsanis, who has to remain composed. Wise got a boot in and then deflected, attempted a long shot from Davies. Falls to Cheel. Siri pressing up, able to dispossess Lawson. And now Georgopoulos. Into the middle. Sydney Allen heads it to her own advantage. Papatsanis stands in the way though. Pickett. First touch wasn't great, but she went and won the ball back. Ayres clipping it out to the right. Siri backtracking, had two South players in pursuit, and shanks it out for a throw. Hopefully the sun's about to duck behind the trees here, and that'll help us immensely when we look to the right of screen with the camera. Heidelberg are going to make a substitution here. And it's the end of the afternoon for Ellen Turner, and coming on is Cleo Taliadoros. So Turner, who's been playing on the right side of midfield. And again, I suspect that is just a straight swap for some fresh legs at the end of this game. South Melbourne still have three outfield players that they have not turned to today. Katgoff, Julia Budiongo and Chiara Hronopoulos, while still on the bench for Heidelberg, Stephanie Panazopoulos and Sophia Alvarenga. Looks as though Katgoff has been sent to warm up. Sophie Papatsanis can make it a moot point! And Papatsanis might just have done enough for South Melbourne to win today. Getting forward through the right side, and a good finish across Melissa Maisels to make it 4-2. And in the setting sun at Olympic Village, South Melbourne may just have seen off Heidelberg's best as they restore a 2-goal buffer here in the 83rd minute. Sophie Papatsanis, the right back, is the unlikely hero that may be securing 3 hard-fought points in the derby here. Heidelberg kick-off then, and their hard work in this second half to score a goal cancelled out, and the deficit is once again 2. Allen, early shot, looked like a handball by Haraxis, must have caught the body. And now Taliadoros, straight off the bench, trying to win back possession. Pickett. Johnson out into space. Lawson's away. Jenna Lawson is going to hone in on the target here, and good goalkeeping from Maisels to take it off her feet. Looks like South are still going to press on with the sub to bring on Kat Goff. She's still warming up on the bench. Here's Martineau. Shooting from distance, and that one across the face. And out for a goal kick. If you are watching, the scoreboard has not updated just yet. It is 4-2 to South Melbourne, as we see Zoe Haraxis leave the game. And this is probably going to prompt a bit of a positional switch, because Kat Goff certainly isn't a centre-back, and it looks as though Riona Amir is going to move out of midfield into the centre of defence to finish this one. Davies. Oh, good speed. Davies able to blaze down that left side, and then the end product was lacking. Held on to by Barbieri. And so, have South Melbourne done enough? Are they in fact going to go on with the job here? Pickett, Lawson, players waiting in the box. Lawson slides it low. Bacopoulos has been very important today. Georgopoulos caught in possession. Pickett back to Martineau. Martineau started it, and she's going to set up Goff into the crossbar. That would have finished it. And Kat Goff at close range isn't able to score the decisive goal here. Johnson, Martineau, and Lawson will load up and gets another opportunity here. And can't beat Syria on this occasion. Davies coming back to take possession. Just a bit of a turn and a blind hit of the ball. Amir. Martineau to Medwin. All the way back to Barbieri. Medwin, and deflected out. Lawson. Crossfield ball. Goff. See how she responds to hitting the crossbar. Pickett able to turn. Found the space. Hit the shot. And sends it wide left. And Caitlin Pickett, who's had some chances. That one a bit more difficult than some of the one-on-ones that she'd had. Davies. And Bonnie Davies has hit a few passes she'd love to have over again in the last 5 minutes. Here's Goff off the outside of the right boot, and that one just into the hands of Maisels, who's had to do a power of work today, the Heidelberg keeper. Her team 4-2 down here in the late stages now. Two minutes of regulation to go. Medwin. South are determined to score a fifth here. They want to leave with a handful of goals. Medwin cutting it across. Pickett not able to run onto that ball. It was tantalising as well. Couldn't make ground in time. Martineau. Nice little stop of the ball. Sliding it to Pickett. And now Johnson. And that is just a waste. Loading up from downtown and not even close. Suspect we've seen all the bench action we're going to get here. Heidelberg's and South Melbourne subs are both seated on the sideline. Melina Ayres, and shooting straight into the ankles of Georgopoulos. So South are finishing the stronger here. We were set for a big finish and Heidelberg coming back, but the fourth goal seems to have very much reasserted South's authority on the contest. Into the last minute of regulation then. Fourth official already standing with the board. If Heidelberg score here, we may yet get that big finish. Wise is in, looking for a hat-trick, and bends it wide of the right-hand post. And Danielle Wise, if she puts that in the net, then maybe a 4-all draw is possible. And the chance goes begging. So all eyes on Ali Mangan, the fourth official, over on the sideline, about to let Heidelberg know how much longer they've got left to chase this game. Let South Melbourne know how much longer they can keep chasing a fifth. Bacopoulos. Taylor Schneider lifting a ball onto the head of Papatsanis. Schneider following up and shooting, and that one is hooked. Wide left. Just 3 additional minutes. So, barring a minor miracle, South Melbourne should close out the win here today. Around the grounds, Alamein have defeated Box Hill 2-1 with a late goal. So, Box Hill were really hanging in there as well. And it's been a day of close results because down at Kingston Heath, that game is in the last minute. And at the moment, Bulleen only holds a 1-0 lead against Bayside. So, good signs for the league today that we haven't had a blowout result. Papatsanis, straight to Georgopoulos. Sydney Allen. Schneider. And Siri can't keep it moving to her team's advantage. Cheel clearing away. Schneider. Davies. Sydney Allen. And can't get it beyond Medwin. Schneider. Is the long shot on? Well, not like that. Off the outside of the right boot. Nearly turned it into a pass for Catherine Vlahopoulos, but not able to chase it down. It was a shanked shot rather than an intended pass out to the right winger. And so by my watch, we've now played 1:40 of the remaining 3 minutes of stoppage at the end of this one. Kat Goff, can South Melbourne leave with a fifth? Goff is going to break left and hit the accelerator. Into the box she goes. Ayres for the hat-trick, and it's across the face. And Melina Ayres, who popped up with her 2 goals in a 4-minute spell in the first half, has played a bit of a deeper role today. Hasn't been able to round out at times what has looked almost certain to be a hat-trick. And that might be a last chance to leave with 3 goals to her name. Davies runs into trouble here. Pickett takes it off her. Now Lawson cutting across. Caitlin Pickett, does she go for the long shot? No, he's going to feed it back to Lawson on the right. Lawson back to Pickett. One last chance for South Melbourne then. Pickett drives it into the box and Ayres' header is wide of the target to the left. And with 15 seconds of the allocated 3 minutes to go, you suspect this might be the last phase of play in the game coming up right here. Maisels with the goal kick. Flick header to Medwin. And there it is. South Melbourne prevail in the NPLW derby. 4-2 the score. Very entertaining match. And the second half certainly lived up to expectations after South Melbourne raced to a 3-0 lead by the 37th minute. Heidelberg gave themselves hope, pegging 1 goal back. It was then 3-2 in the 74th minute. But Sophie Papatsanis, the right back, got forward in the 83rd to finish it off. So a double for Melina Ayres, a double for Danielle Wise, goals for Martineau, and the decisive strike Sophie Papadsanis, who made it 4-2. On behalf of our broadcast partner Sportscast Australia, my name is Teo Pellizzeri. Thank you for your company, and we leave you from an Olympic village with the full-time score: Heidelberg United 2, South Melbourne 4.